What is going on, you guys? Pep Platypus here, and it's time to talk about Dragon Ball Super, but we're going to be talking about a major spoiler that was revealed through a Japanese scan of upcoming episodes. We've got descriptions for episodes like 90, 91, 92, and 93. I'm not going to be talking about most of those, just episode 93, and I think a little bit of 92, so yeah, major spoilers. I don't normally talk about this stuff. I don't normally even follow this stuff, but I happened to find out about this. It blew my mind, and I gotta talk about it. So, once again, major spoilers. If you don't want to know what's going to happen in episode 93, don't watch the video. I have a review of Dragon Ball Super episode 89 out. I thought it turned out to be a pretty good review. I kind of fanboy over the next episode preview, so that's a ton of fun. Go check that out, but if you don't care about spoilers, let's go. Frieza is coming back to Dragon Ball Super, and not only that, he might be a part of the Universe 7 team replacing Majin Buu. I know, now let's settle down, let's take that in for a second, and I'm going to go through the basic situation that we're dealing with. The basic situation seems to be, and I don't know all the details, I obviously haven't seen the episodes, but Buu is going to be asleep. Apparently for a long time, 2 months, and because of that they need to replace Buu on the team, so Goku goes to hell and he wants to recruit Frieza. He wants Frieza to come back for 24 hours via fortune teller Baba. Now we don't know if Frieza will say yes. We don't know if Buu will wake up at the last second for whatever reason. We don't know all the details. We don't know for sure if this is definitely going to happen, but that seems to be the case. At the very least, Goku is going to try to recruit Frieza for the Universe 7 team. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I first heard about this rumor, I was really hoping it was just going to be a rumor. I was really negative on this idea when I first heard it, just because they already brought him back once, and I don't know. But as I thought about it, and I was considering how much Frieza means to me as a villain. He's a really cool villain. He's one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite in any anime. He's fantastic. And both his voice actors, English and Japanese, are fantastic. Chris Ayres, and the Japanese name escapes me right now. I definitely apologize. Forgive me, because he's a badass as well. And yeah, it'd be really cool to see Frieza again. And I know there were people who thought, you know, if the universes are at stake, then why doesn't Goku try to recruit anybody he can? Go get Cell from hell. Go get that rhymed. Go get Frieza. Go get these other kids. Go get Pikkon, even though he's not canon. And they are doing that to a lesser extent. He's pulling Frieza because Buu can't make it. Now, Buu not being able to make it pisses me off. I'm not a huge fan of Buu. I think Fat Buu is definitely an interesting villain when he is a villain. He definitely has more to him than I think a lot of people give him credit for. And I'll talk about that when I make a video about his character. But yeah, Buu, he's cool. I like him. And he fought in the Zen exhibition match, and he got dicked out of the last tournament. I don't like that he's getting dicked out of another tournament, and in the exact same way. Fucking sleeping again. I think that's really lazy writing, and I think it's kind of forced. And especially since he only slept for, like, what, a minute in the manga, and he was good, or maybe even less than that. It was a ridiculously short amount of time that he had to sleep, and now all of a sudden he goes into hibernation whenever he sleeps, and that's just, I don't know, I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that they literally made his sleeping the exact opposite of what it used to be. I think it's dumb that they're using the exact same excuse again to remove Buu from the tournament. But we got to see him fight in the Zen exhibition match, and that was badass. And if you're going to replace him with anybody, Frieza is a legendary, iconic Dragon Ball character. But because he's a legendary, iconic character, he has popped up a lot. In canon, he's only popped up in the Namek arc, the Future Trunks arc, and the Resurrection F arc. And now he'll be popping up for this arc as well. So that's 4 arcs Frieza's going to be featured in. However, because of the entire Dragon Ball franchise as a whole, he's popped up in movies, specials, GT. They've used Frieza a lot, so I definitely don't blame fans for maybe being disappointed that they're bringing in Frieza again. I love him as a villain. I think it could lead to a lot of cool things. There could be team friction, bad teamwork. You know, he could interact with Frost. You know, they could have a Golden Frost versus Golden Frieza fight. I mean, Frost has definitely had plenty of time to learn how to use the Golden form. Frieza mastered it in, oh, excuse me, he didn't master it, but he unlocked the Golden form in 4 months of training. So I'm pretty sure Frost had plenty of time to do the same thing or something similar. So That could be really cool. That could be a really cool interaction there. We've never seen anyone of Frieza's race fight against anyone from Frieza's race, because Frieza's the only one we've ever seen besides King Cold, which was barely a character. So there's definitely really interesting possibilities, and then there's always the chance that this won't happen. There's always the chance that Goku will try to get him to join. He won't, and maybe they'll be down a member for the tournament. We'll have to wait and see. There have been subtle hints, possible subtle hints, that this was going to happen with Boo. We don't really see him do much in the opening. He's there with the team, but he is colored in purple. I mean, everyone's colored in a different color, so I guess that's not really a big indicator, but he is colored in purple, which is a prominent Frieza color, and he doesn't really do a lot in the openings. We see a lot of the characters fighting, doing cool stuff. Boo's just kind of standing around, and even in the ending, he's kind of sleeping, and we do have the moment where Mr. Satan and him are training, and at the end, when Goku leaves, he's like, I'm sleepy, and he goes to sleep. So there have been hints. It's not like this is coming out of nowhere, but I don't think it was planned from the very beginning. I don't think, those possible hints in the opening, like him not doing much, might just be pure coincidence, and they just didn't animate much with him in the opening. They wanted to focus on the other characters. I don't know. It's interesting, definitely. No one can deny that this is a very interesting development, and I think it will potentially be cool, hopefully. I just hope it doesn't feel really forced, and we got episodes before this happens. We've got the next episode that looks really cool. We've got episodes after that. I don't think if you are very annoyed by this, I don't think it should hurt your enjoyment of the next few episodes. I think the next few episodes are probably going to be cool. They're probably going to be fun. I'm sure next week's going to be great. At the very least, it's going to look great artwork-wise, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. This whole female Broly thing, we thought she was redesigned, then she wasn't, and there were other things that we were not too sure about because of translations and shit like that, so we'll have to wait and see. At the very least, it seems like Goku is definitely going to try to recruit Frieza. Maybe someone else will pop up in Otherworld, and then Frieza, Goku will recruit them, and who knows, but we'll have to wait and see. I just think that this could be a really cool, development. The big thing for me is Boo getting shafted the way he's getting shafted. If it had been Tien, that's the thing, though. It could have been Tien, it could have been Roshi, it could have been one of them, but I want to see all these characters fight, including Boo. And replacing Boo with Frieza, I guess, is the best thing in my mind, in my opinion, because Boo, while cool, isn't that compelling of a character now that he's a good guy. I thought he was more compelling when he was a bad guy, or more of like a chaotic neutral. Now he's just kind of a good guy and kind of like, oh, I'm Boo, I like candy, and I still like him, but replacing him with Frieza, I guess, is the best alternative. I just don't like that they're using the exact same excuse again to do it. And a lot of people are giving Toei shit for this. I believe Toyotaro was the first person to actually address this. He said at one point that don't be surprised if the team rosters aren't final, even if what you've seen, don't believe what you've seen. The rosters aren't final. Toyotaro was the one to say that. He's writing the Dragon Ball Super manga. He's working a little bit closer with Toriyama, I would say, and this could have been a Toriyama call. So yeah, do not just assume that Toei is behind this. Don't just throw the blame at them when they aren't even the ones who originally said anything about this. If the manga follows this as well, then it was probably a part of Toriyama's outline, or Toyotaro had influence on it as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. If Frieza is not in the manga, that's definitely going to be a really interesting change, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm done rambling about this. I think it's cool. I think it has a lot of potential, and I love Frieza as a villain. I don't like how Boo's getting shafted again in the exact same way, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm definitely mixed on it, leaning more towards liking it, mainly because of who is replacing Boo, because Frieza is a dope-ass character. Let's be real, he's probably Dragon Ball's best villain. I mean, that's a matter of opinion, but still, he's awesome. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Watch these next few episodes, enjoy the shit out of them, see what happens when we get to the next big episode where Boo is going to be revealed to be sleeping. I guess that's not going to be a big episode, but you know what I mean. That's going to be a big episode for the fans, I guess, should be how I say it, because I believe it's going to be 92 where they reveal that Boo is going to be sleeping for like 2 months, and then it's 93 where Goku goes to recruit Frieza. So yeah, that's going to be a big episode in the sense that we, the fans, are going to be watching very closely to see how they explain this, how they handle this. So yeah. But with all that being said, What do you guys think? There's not a lot of information to go by right now, so try not to jump to too many conclusions. Try not to have a knee-jerk reaction. But what do you think of the idea of having Frieza on the Universe 7 team as a fighter? Do you think there's potential there? Do you think it's going to be cool? Are you excited to see Frieza again? Even if they have used Frieza quite a bit in specials and movies and stuff like that. And are you okay with Boo being replaced? Are you okay with Boo being replaced in the same way that he was, you know, kicked out of the last tournament for falling asleep? So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.